let's talk about the umpires. As is tradition in close games, there's always a bit of umpire controversy. The case of the swallowed whistle. In the last 30 seconds, there were one or a few non-decisions that may have cost Gold Coast the match. No, I don't think this handball should have been paid as deliberate. I'm talking about the Gold Coast players getting their legs taken out twice and not having them paid. Look, I haven't analysed the game, so I'm sure there were other decisions that may have evened out these misses, but these were pretty obvious and would have certainly led to a shot on goal to decide the match. Who's to say that if Toot got the free kick, he would have slotted the goal? In any case, the situation got me thinking, if these were Suns players going to ground, taking out power players' legs, would a free kick have been paid? Or if this was a Gold Coast home game, would these decisions have been paid? Could home ground advantage and 26,000 fans screaming at you influence split-second decision making? Or mainly, this was simply a case of the umpire being in a poor position to see this play. Let's move on to a few other bad moments from round 15. When should play be stopped for an injured player or players? In the Port and the Suns game, there was absolute carnage when 3 players went down after a marking contest. The ball is kicked away and then the ball is kicked back into the forward line. Surely this adds risk to injured players and trainers. Something about this vision just doesn't look right. So many players down, with trainers having to get out of the way of the play rather than assist the players. Insanity. In another game, Tom Stewart's shoulder becomes acquainted to Dion Prestia's head. Prestia looks to be in bad shape, yet the game goes on without pause. I'm not sure who makes the call to stop the game, but I'm hoping the AFL looks at these 2 incidents and makes it clearer when games should or could be stopped. All is well to want a fast-moving game, but at what cost? Another point to note is that Geelong kicked a goal off Stengel's boot in the following minutes when Prestia was still being assisted by the trainer. They had 17 players against 18. The game not being stopped at this point likely cost the Tigers a goal and ensured that Geelong took momentum into quarter time. I think the AFL needs to seriously consider a send-off card for incidents like this. Would certainly influence player behaviour. Okay, now onto some comedy. Have a look at this kick, which leads to a Mark and Sydney goal. I'm not saying this ball hasn't travelled 15 metres, but I'll tell you what, if a player with the ball ran the same distance, he definitely wouldn't have had to bounce it. And here's another one from the same game. A 50-metre penalty seemingly plucked from nowhere to give Membry a shot on goal. It's like the umpire was watching a different game. The only thing I can think of is that either a Sydney player has said something naughty to the umpire, because if it was for Goulden running into the protected zone, he's probably only within 10 metres of the St Kilda player, because the St Kilda player's already way off his line and should have been called to play on. And to top this insane 20 seconds off, the umpire only gives a 30-metre penalty instead of a 50-metre penalty. Last I checked, 30-metre penalties don't exist. Weird round indeed. Hopefully the AFL can sort this shit out before finals. Would hate for a game to be decided by decisions like these.